Hey, what's up, guys? Coming out back in the video, and today I'm going to do my review of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War English dub episode 22. So here we go. So episode starts out with we see Ichigo was talking to Hudameme, or not Hudameme, Hudio. There, he was talking to him and stuff, and he was saying, he's like, "Why you betrayed us?" and stuff like that. And we do see Hudame and Chad there say, "How could you?" there, and stuff like that. So Hudame just walks through to the portal there, going up to the palace there. Mostly out of nowhere, they get attacked by some random things that were falling in the sky there. Hudame trying to stop the attack there, mostly hugging Ichigo there, mostly attack. He's like trying to protect Ichigo with her shield there. Mostly they crash into the ground there, and then she said if it wasn't, Hudame was saying if it wasn't for her there, technically they should have been screwed there. And mostly they were talking to Ichigo, saying why he betrayed us there. That's what he was they were actually saying, or Chad and Uname were saying that to Ichigo there. Ichigo was actually saying, he's like, I don't 100% know why he betrayed us there. But technically, he's like, we're technically one and the same there. That's what he was actually saying there. He's like, when this war technically started, he was mostly just turn into the guy there and stuff. That's what he was actually fully saying there. And he was saying about that there and stuff. Also, they were saying about that. We also see Zikaru and stuff. He was actually saying something about, he's like, oh, well, I was a little bit late to the party there, but there's another way to get to the Inner Palace there. So he was explaining there's another way to get to the Inner Palace there. So the credits start up there, or the beginning credits start up there, and then when we get out of the ending credits there, we do see the Soul Reapers were talking and stuff like that, saying they thought they can't believe it. Uryu betrayed the Soul Society there and stuff. They're like, oh, we can't believe it and stuff like that. We do see Renji and Arukia were talking there, saying why he betrayed us and stuff like that. That's what Arukia was actually saying there. And then we do see the guy there, the Mohawk Quincy guy there, or the spiky haired Quincy guy there and stuff like that. He was saying, he's like, well, mostly he said something about they were pissed off also at him, so some of the Quincy's are technically pissed off at him also. And then technically, I guess Renji said something about mostly made fun of his hair, I guess, there, or he mostly made a compliment of his hair and it pissed him off there. And then he's like, wait, what the heck, you're making fun of my hair and stuff like that. And then he's like, he's like, I thought you had the greatest eyebrows. It was pretty funny. It was fucking funny. He's like, wait, Renji was like, wait, you thought I had the greatest fucking eyebrows and shit. He's like, you and stuff like that. So mostly was about to attack him there with it there. Mostly was about to attack him and stuff. And then technically he was ready to attack him and stuff like that. Mostly we go into the lab there, and mostly they were saying something about he said there was a cannon there can actually shoot you up to the Inner Palace there. To actually get to the Inner Palace there, they have to get some like stuff there to actually make the cannon there and stuff like that. They get into the cannon there and stuff like that, and then they're right, and then they were saying something about like how they're going to launch this cannon off there. Mostly he actually had other people to help find some like resources there. We do see the person there. I think it was Ziki or so. The one who turns into a cat. Mostly, she actually brought some vials there and actually used it, mostly using the vials there and stuff like that. And he mostly was telling other Soul Reapers there and other squad members to find these vials there to actually get the cannon to go there. Um, he was actually explaining that there, and he said it's mostly pretty hard to get these vials because they're in different dimensions there, and they actually have to be. It has to be really this powerful there to actually split to the two worlds. So it's mostly one's in the Soul Reaper world, the other one's in the human world there. So they have to actually use like assets from the human world and the Soul Reaper world there to actually get it fully going there. So they actually were saying about that there and stuff. Um, so they're like, no waste of time there. We can actually fully do this there. So they actually said that there and stuff. Mostly they were actually saying about how they're going to do it and stuff like that for it. So when that was going on with that there, when they're trying to get the resources, we do see the two Soul Reaper guys, or the two Soul Reapers there. They were talking there. Mostly they found the girl who honestly can turn they found the Quincy who can actually turn any thing into a zombie there. And then they're like, what are we going to do her? This kill her and stuff like that. And she's like, what? Mostly she says something about you don't want to kill me there and stuff like that for it. That's what she was actually saying. And technically they're like, oh, she's just lying and stuff like that. And out of nowhere, we see this like Quincy comes out of nowhere, hits the Soul Reapers there, and they're like, wait, what the heck? What's going on there and stuff like that? What is going on and stuff? And that's what they were actually saying. He's like, oh, you didn't see my thing there? Oh yeah, I can also create Quincy's who are mostly Quincy's who died there. I can make them as my zombies there. So technically, she has like technically a zombie soul or a zombie Quincy there, who's honestly attacking them. They were trying to run away from the blasts and stuff like that. And then they're like, mostly they're like, it doesn't matter there. We can actually have to attack her and stuff like that. Mostly they didn't know she was technically a zombie there. They thought they can kill her off the zombie, and then mostly they come right at her. They stab the zombie Quincy there, and technically she's like, it's not gonna work because she's already dead there and stuff. They're like, wait, what and stuff. So technically they were getting massively pushed back by the zombie there, mostly getting massively pushed back there and stuff. And then out of nowhere, we do see like a bright light coming out of nowhere. The doctor or the Soul Reaper, science guy, he comes in. He was actually saying stuff about like why you are attacking these men there and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, you have your thing totally bright there. And he's like, oh, sorry there, and mostly kind of dims it down. He's like, well, this is much better now. You can see my face there. And then she's like, I might go after you and stuff like that. So mostly she's going after the Science Soul Reaper there. The Science Soul Reaper made some like type of device there, and he's like, oh, throw it at this time. I don't know how the hell he calculated that there when they attacked, but he did there. So it actually made some spears there, and it it detonated. It technically detonates there. They catch the power, the Quincy's power there, and then she's like, "Wait, why didn't it have my attack there?" And that's what she was actually saying. He's like, "Well, technically, these spears here can mostly go off under 3 seconds there. They're mostly not the attack itself there, but the spears will break by 3 seconds there." So they technically get a 3-second head start there for throwing those spears. When they mostly attack her, they go off for 3 seconds there. So he's like, yeah, that's not really going to work against that there. And then she's like, well, I'm doing something there and stuff like that. He's like, oh, and stuff like that for her. He's like, bring it on. And mostly she made undead Soul Reapers there. So technically, he's like, oh, I can't really fight my comrades. That's gonna hurt my feelings there. So he's like, well, I'm not gonna take him out like this. And then he revives the wrong cards there, who honestly are dead. And then he mostly did experiments on these wrong cards there, and then technically the wrong cards were attacking the undead soul leaders there, or the zombie soul leaders there and stuff. And he's like, well, if they're zombies, one of the wrong cards actually said if there's zombies there, we can just take them all out there and stuff. So they're really kicking ass on the zombie soul reapers there. And then mostly the girl who honestly had the undead Quincy there honestly attacks him and stuff like that. And then the wrong car, who honestly is undead, also was like, oh, you're not going to face me and stuff like that. So, and then they mostly, technically he throws the Quincy girl right into he's like, and mostly the Science Soul Reaper, he's like, well, that was kind of sad because you missed. He's like, well, my hand slipped. His hand slipped there. And then mostly she's like, you bastard and stuff, and mostly he's like bring it on and stuff like that. Oh man. And then that's where the episode ends. So yep, we'll find out what's gonna happen next week. Put in disclaimer, this was part 1 of this there. Next week is gonna be part 2. So yeah. Comment, rate, more sponsors to the Sparrows. We like more Sparrows. Please subscribe. Hit the notification on the our uploads in my live streams. Sponsor to the Sparrows. Like her out. Out of your peace.